What's up, guys? It's Adam here for Alienware, and then joining me today, of course, is Long Island Joe, the real American hero. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. What's going on? What's going on?
You know, we're here at ELEAGUE. You know, crazy stuff. You know, you were here as an analyst, something that might not be your usual gig. But tell me about your experience today in terms of all the matches that you've seen so far, because some blow-ups happened, some crazy things that people didn't expect happened.
I mean, obviously, you've seen what's going on out there. It's actually like no one could have guessed this is what was going to happen. And I think that shows how crazy the competition was, where it could have went anyway. You know what I'm saying? This guy could have won, this guy could have lost, could be anything. And again, we are playing, it's the best in the world, man. It was the best 32 players in the world, besides me, because I got destroyed. But, it's been crazy, man. It's been really crazy. I'm just happy to be here. And even though, again, I'm not playing, but this is a different side of the fence. It's pretty interesting, though. So
Yeah, talk about that a little bit. Yeah, in your role as an analyst, how'd that come about, and what's your experience like being preparing for it and actually doing it?
I'll be honest with you, I prepared this much for any of this. As a player, they asked me to do like a little side thing after I was done playing. So I had to pack like a suit and stuff for after it, and I was the only one that did it. Right. So apparently they were like testing me, I guess, to see how I was going to do the first time. So after the first time, like, all right, you did pretty good. Then they called me back. They sent me an email like 3 days when I got home, like, hey, would you want to come back and do like the desk stuff? And I was like, oh, hell yeah. So then the last time I was here, before I left this building, they called me like, hey, can you please come back for the finals? So it was like, like one kind of test, and they're like, all right, he good, he passed. So that's why we'll just keep him coming. But again, it's not, obviously not used to this kind of stuff, but I'm just trying to really feed off the other guys. The other guys are really great, man. I think that's the important part, that I can I feel when to come in and feel when it's time for me to talk and how to like bounce off each other. So those guys have been really helpful, honestly, as far as it.
Oh yeah, I mean, guys like Richard and all them, they definitely have a lot of experience with that kind of thing. Now, given your experience with being an analyst and kind of thing, do you find yourself maybe thinking that that's something that you want to focus more on, or are you still that player at heart?
I would do this. I have a lot of fun with it, but I still have that competitive drive in me, and especially like Marvel's coming out. Like there's a lot of games coming out, so like I kind of wanna see if I can make some noise in those games. But again, I would do this every weekend if someone wanted me to do it, just to be involved in the scene and be able to do something with it. So I enjoy it, but I still have that edge to play.
Right. I totally get you. So we'll talk about those new games that you mentioned that are going to be coming out this year. But a little thing happened last year, and the funny part is at our EVO 2015 interview, you were just like, yeah, maybe I'll get top 8, and then it happened. So you heard it here first, obviously. Obviously, that was something that was really big for you. Dreams come true. But instead of focusing on that specifically, I think the better question is, how did your life change after that top 8 run?
Honestly, it's maybe like the first 3 or 4 months after it was like kind of crazy. There were people, constant emails, constant calls, constant interviews, do this, do that. And like I tried to do absolutely everything I could. You know what I mean? Like I had a really good time doing it. But then like it slowly started to kind of sort of fade away, and I became like less active. I actually got promoted right after EVO at my job. Yeah, like maybe a couple of weeks. Thank you. Yeah. So like my kind of job schedule changed. It kind of didn't let me play as much. I had to work on the weekends now, work on some Sundays. So everyone knows in FGC we got to play those days. So it's hard for me to take off of work and stuff. But it changed a little bit for the first couple months, then it kind of went back to normal. So.
Right. So going off of that, would you say that you're trying to focus on Street Fighter and get that pro player status, just like a lot of the other contemporaries you have, or would you say you're still kind of okay with where you're at and your current situation?
I'm actually okay with where I still enjoy the game. I still like playing the game. I play every single fighting game I could possibly play, though. So I'm just my next like burning sensation. I want to be good is Marvel. Like when I look at that game, I'm like, I want to be good at this game so bad. It feels like the way I used to look at Street Fighter 5. So we'll see what happens.
You found a new love, I see. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so obviously everyone wants to see you get to that pro status. And I know you played a little bit Injustice 2. How are you feeling about that game, and is that something that you might focus on?
I played as much as I could. I have a good time with it. I'm just not sure if I can compete in it. The people that play those NRS games are just so good. And it's hard to – and, like, they played Injustice 1. They played MKX, MK9. I haven't really played a game – an NRS game in my series since probably 9. I played MK10 a little bit, but like those guys have so much experience in it, so it's really hard to get to that level, especially with everything else. I want to play Tekken 7, I want to play Guilty Gear, I want to play Marvel, I want to play Street Fighter. So yeah, I want to play. So it's hard to be a contender in that, but I'm gonna try until Marvel.
All right. I think that's all the time that we got right now, Joe. Thank you so much for the interview, taking the time out. Are there any shout-outs you want to give, words you want to say to your fans, everyone that saw you here at ELEAGUE and all that? How can the fans follow you?
All right. As far as that goes, this is Li Joe. That's Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and Twitch. Actually, this is Li Joe, and just want to say thank you to everyone, man. Like it's been a crazy year. Not even just me, but FTC in general. I want to thank everyone for supporting and watching streams and hanging out and saying what's up and all that kind of stuff, man. Just thank you to everyone who supports this and what we all have passion for. So again, thank you.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned to Alienware for more coverage of the ELEAGUE Street Fighter V Invitational Grand Finals. See you guys.